everybody, so I'm all in my peachy kind of stuff because today we're going to talk about the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. I've talked about this in my January favorites. It was a fail. And I asked a few of you if you were interested in hearing more about it. Now I did do a review on the eyeshadow palette. I do love it. I do think it's worth it. And that's a whole separate discussion. I will link that in that little dot that floats up. I think it's over there actually. And I'll put that in the description box. But today we're gonna talk about this guy, why it's a fail, and what I recommend in its place. So just to tell you, this little guy is $42. It is available at Sephora, Ulta, technically on the Too Faced website, although that was a major debacle. We're not gonna go too in depth into ordering from Too Faced, but it was no bueno. Anyway, so what we have here is a highlighter, a blush topper, and a bronzer. Air quotes on the bronzer. So I am actually wearing all of these things today. And I'm gonna not go too into depth or like go on and on and on. Let's just get to the point. Why do I think this is a total waste of your money? It smells lovely. That's about the only positive I can say. So let's talk about the highlighter. I'm wearing it today. Now I do have like a ton of natural sunlight just shining down on my face. So there is a highlight here, but you do not get a lot of product. And I am swatching and swatching and swatching. And I'll zoom in so you can see this better, but it's very little highlight payoff for what you're getting. It's okay, it's subtle, but this is, you know, the trend right now is not subtlety. So I'm not, in the pan, it looks like it should be much more metallic and shiny and bam, not getting that. Then let's talk about the blush topper. So I have loaded that sucker on like nobody's business. I am very fair skinned, like fair, right? So if I have to load this on, imagine what it's gonna look like if you are in the average skin tone or deeper skin tone, you know, olive tones. This would probably be a highlight. If you have a really dark complexion, you might even be able to use this as a highlight, but it's the largest pan in the product and you can see it on my finger, okay, but it just, there's not a lot going on there, kind of like my hair. And who wants a blush topper? Like, what is that? Anyway, so I just don't get it. And then we get to the bronzer. Do you see how light that is? I am wearing it. Do I look bronzed? Maybe I look bronzed to you. I am not the bronze color that I would like to be. And I also am very much against a bronze that shimmers. It's straight, to me, a bronzer should be matte or very, very fine glow, not a full-on shimmer. But again, I'm really, like, you can barely see it on my finger. You can smell it, but you can't see it. Also, look at the size of this pan. Who can get a bronzer brush in there? I mean, seriously, I had to kind of like smoosh it and no. Okay, so basically my answer is no. If this can barely show up on my skin, I can't even imagine what this does to like the majority of women that live in the world. The only thing I can say is that, again, if you have a really deep skin tone, you might be able to get away with using all of these as some sort of interesting highlight. Now, I don't want to come across as completely whiny and hating on this product. I do like the shades on my lid as an eyelid color. In fact, I am wearing the highlighter kind of as a highlight on the eye right now. I'm wearing the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, just the matte brown, mid-tone matte brown, and then I just took my finger into that highlighter and just popped it in the middle. So there you go. I found some reason to use this. Now, I did like the concept, obviously, that's why I ordered the palette, but I realized I already have something and it's so much better and you get so much more for your money. And that's the Estee Edit Glow and Gritty palette. Look at that. I've talked about this before. I'm just trying to hold it up so it doesn't blind you and you can see the beautiful glitteriness that it is. Now this was 42. This is 54, I believe, 54, 56, somewhere in that, maybe even 58. But why is this better? First of all, there's two of these. You get this palette and you get a black palette. I no longer have the black palette. I sent it to a friend of mine who loves the shades in here. With the black palette, I'll insert a picture over here, you get 6 shadows that are deep, jewel tone, beautiful pigmented, just absolutely gorgeous. And you get this palette. So 2 palettes, and look at this. First of all, you get a huge mirror. Second of all, did these shades look familiar to you? Particularly this blush shade, very peach, very pigmented. It's sort of a rose gold color, peachy rose gold. Can you see it? Now you can see that shine. I'm looking at my monitor. Yes, indeedy, you can. You get a couple of actual bronzer shades that if you want a glowy bronzer, I don't, but if that's your thing, you're gonna get a glowy bronzer. Hello, that's bronze. Let me find another finger. This is the lighter one. Look at that'll bronze you up. And then you actually get a highlighter shade that will highlight your cheekbones. Look at that, bam, I'm barely touching the product. So you get all of these, plus those other 6 eyeshadow shades, which are so pigmented, and now I'm covered in product, with a nice handy mirror for a little bit more, negligibly more, and they're actually good. Unfortunately, I do not have a drugstore option for you. I can research that. At the moment, I'm just showing you what I already have in my collection. So there you have it. Although I have ordered some new drugstore highlighters. Those are coming up in a video, hopefully the end of this week, if I get them soon. But I just feel like if you're gonna spend that kind of money, you should get product that actually, you know, works. And I'm just barely touching my hand. Look at that. So pretty. That is a highlighter and bronzer combo. Ooh. Right? All right, so let me know what you think. Have you tried the Estee Edit palettes? Have you tried the Too Faced Sweet Glow palette? Do you like either or both of them or none of them? And do you have some drugstore suggestions? Help me out here, ladies. Please leave all that in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're subscribed so you don't miss any future ones, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.